Station, Texas, you know that the Aggies are ready to gig 'em. Kyle Field will be swaying and electric for this one. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. They'll leave it with him. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time? SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Grabs it in the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
They'll give it to him again. And nowhere to go this time, and he couldn't follow up the big run with another.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Mills. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
Nice job by the running back there on that angle route against zone coverage. He wasn't in a hurry. He was able to sort of find the soft spot in the defense and just gear down, make himself an easy target.
And the Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. With jet sweep pass. Breaks the tackle. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. They'll ride the hot hand. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jason, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Quick handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
10th play of the drive coming up. At this time, a chance for the defense to get off the field on 3rd and long. Pocket starts to collapse. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
How many ways can I make you think, right? First drive, out the gates, getting it to my playmaker, going full speed across the formation with a touch pass. You better be able to adjust to it. Then when you adjust to it, I'm going to have an adjustment to your adjustment because I'm always right. I'm an offensive guy.
Quickly complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, running back on the move. At the 35, he's got room. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. Texas A&M going quickly. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. They'll run the counter. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. On third down, he drops the throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and the defense holds.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming from the inside.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And the Canes have enough for the first down.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have the talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to you.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page, though.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Give to the running back. Open space at the 25. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Miami. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Clemson is putting on a show offensively. It feels like this one was over when they touched Howard's Rock. They're up 14 over Minnesota. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Devin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. Wide receiver shows motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Texas A&M going up tempo. Now the play fake. Unloads it left. He's got it. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. A&M comes back out with another first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
quarterback changing the plays at the line. The give to the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert third and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. The give to the running back from the shotgun. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Wide open downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Aggies!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Hit the afterburners, kid. Past the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Hurricane.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Wide out in motion. They'll go right back to him. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. They'll run play action. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Now on the option. He'll toss it. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. It's caught downfield. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Quarterback will audible. To the air on 1st down. Going to try to get it himself. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Texas A&M going quickly. Now they'll try the right side. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the ground. He's got it again. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He's right on target. And this one will be stopped for no gain. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Makes the grab. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And they did tack on the extra point. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Johnson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Line gets set. 1st down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. He'll try to do it himself. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On second down, looking again to throw. Out of the backfield, he's open. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. When I can throw it to him, I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. Trying to beat the D deep. He can haul it in, incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Canes will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks we're making. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They win up front.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Tie game here early in the second half, and offensively you're hoping to get something going, but after that incompletion, it kind of kills all of your momentum. This quarterback is really going to have to lock in here for the rest of this game if they're going to win.
He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Leaves it with the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
At the 45 on his way. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Canes. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
All right, it's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Here's a snap, ready to cut one loose. Got his man. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting first production.
Texas A&M going up tempo. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Fires to the tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay.
And the ball's on the ground. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Immediately fires to the middle. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. They'll try the run.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the gun, he leads it with the back. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or do penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play together and got in the end zone.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Mills. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
How about that defense in the backfield, nowhere to go right away? You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for loss.
They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the Canes will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense got to stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Got his man downfield. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. The Aggies want to crank the tempo.
A nice job by the offense there, attacking the middle of the field. Excellent route, finding the soft spot in the defense. Nice job by the quarterback putting it right on his guy.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. And this offense can just about haste taking the lead in the 4th quarter, but you do want to be careful not to score too quickly. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Aggie! They move on top here in the 4th.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Clemson is darn near perfect offensively today. This is
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Miami. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
Yeah, and those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you can tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, 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 no. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Trying play action. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that's an interesting call going play action on 3rd and long because the defense is not worried about you handing the football off. That's not freezing anybody, especially these defensive ends. They're going right up the field. You saw that time the pocket collapse as they were able to get to the quarterback.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They run the reverse. Powers through the defender. At the 35, he's loose. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Hurricane. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
He gets it into the end zone. The 2-point try is good, and now the lead is 7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. That gamble did Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Bowman.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Moves around to clear up the vision. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
On 3rd down, going up top. He's got an open man. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The play action fake. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback is snowed under.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is you turn around after the play fake, and bam! That defender's right in your face.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He makes a catch. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On 4th down, looking to pass. Gets rid of it. It's complete on the right side. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Nice job by this defense. You go dime package. Why? Because you know the offense is going to throw the football. Great job matching up. More skilled players on more skilled players. More speed on the field to defend the pass.
Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down.
Tackle is made at the 37-yard line. Now, 4th down.
Trailing by a touchdown, this 4th down opportunity is gargantuan. the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. Got his man on the right. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies!
Massive score, now massive decision-making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? If you want to go for it, it's your decision.
And they're going to go for 2 and try to decide it right now. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. He'll set up to throw. Feeling some heat. And he can't get it away. The sack, keeping this offense from taking the lead.
That keeps the score. Miami, 35.
Just over 20 seconds to play. They must recover this onside kick to have a chance. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers in the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Under a minute to play, they can just take a knee and put this game on ice.
It's such a good feeling. The best feeling in the world. The best formation is victory formations for offense, where I can just catch the snap, take a knee, Jesse, and watch that clock run.
And it's got to feel good, too, because this was a physical football game. Both teams leaving it all on the field, and the offense now an opportunity.
The expressway is wide open. And he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown, and it's not just a touchdown. It is a dagger in this game.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. They run it into the end zone. The 2-point try is good, and now they're up by 9 in the 4th. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking deep down the right side. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. Snags it on the right. They're able to make the stop, but a little extra icing icing on this winning cake in this one. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollock, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation